And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, and it almost seems as though just like that, it became Friday. This week has flown. Good morning to you. If you haven't cracked your front door today, you might find it, well, I guess the word is a little nippy outside. 51 degrees right now. We are very close to that getting to the 40s mark. There are parts of northern Mississippi that has reached that, and northern Alabama. As we'll look at that in a minute on radar there. Right at the Tennessee line, we've got several little cities that are into the 40s this morning. So chilly, but great weather. It feels wonderful outside. If you like this type of weather, a great morning for a walk as you're getting up. Daylight not quite broke yet, but it's coming. It feels wonderful. Great morning for a cup of coffee. We got a road closure that we wanted to mention out in Wynot this morning. It's going to be right close to Wynot Motorsports Park. It'll be shut down from 8 until 1 today. That's in the Wynot area, so if you're out in that direction, keep that in mind. Also, they're repaving Highway 495 in areas with that rock. If you know what I'm talking about, that'll be just north of the Meridian area. Great way to get your windshield cracked. Not the traditional pavement, but that rock, that gray gravel stuff becomes a mess and does crack windshields. But keep that in mind as you're planning your day and where you're going. All right, let's go to radar and just look at a few things that's happening here this morning as we pull this up. Temperatures in Meridian here at Key Field, we show 49 degrees as we go up to NAS Meridian. A tad cooler, 50 in Starkville. Also, we've got 50 in Jackson. The further you go up north here, as we get into, let's say, right along in here, this is going to be around Oxford, sitting at 48 degrees this morning. That's chilly. Right at this state line here, you'll see more 40-degree weather. Corinth, 48 degrees. And as you jump into Tennessee, it definitely cooler there. As you go on up in here, as you look around Murfreesboro, look at this out here. 43 degrees right here this morning in Bethany, Tennessee. As you go further up in here, 41 degrees, Cookeville, Tennessee. Boy, those are some nice temperatures there. Now, back west to there, a little bit warmer, but eastern Tennessee, chilly this morning in those lower 40s there as you get up in there. We do have fog as it points up in Alabama. We got it over in Georgia. Not anything in the state of Mississippi right now. That's good news that we don't have any fog here. But make sure if you're in these areas, traveling today, keep out for those yellow spots. Knoxville, Johnson City, Tennessee, that's a lot of fog this morning there. The state of Mississippi, all across Alabama, as we go into Texas, Louisiana, rain-free at the time. That's good news. We'll dig deeper into what's going on with the hurricanes and all these systems that are developing out to our east. We'll watch at a few showers out around Albuquerque, New Mexico, south of there. That's where all that lies this morning. But good stuff. Don't forget to join us at 8 this morning. Candace will be in. We got a lot to talk about. Robberies that happened yesterday along our area. We'll tell you all about that. Ask your opinion of a few things. And also we send out condolences to the city of Quitman. Quitman High School coach Steve Bynum passed away. Our condolences to his family. And if you're watching from Quitman this morning, is your power back on? I know some of the power was being worked on by Mississippi Power. Is your power back on? I hope so. I know that they cut it off at midnight, and we're working on it. We're supposed to be done by around 4 a.m. Hopefully that's taken care of, and the city is lit back up at this point. So that's where we are in that. All right, let's turn to take a look at the weather brought to you by our good friends at EMEPA.
Your formative.
Well, that didn't work like it normally does. Anyway, let's go and take a look at what we've got stirring here of all our different things today. As we look back at our record highs and our record lows, let's pull that up this morning to get it started. 2016, it was a warm day for our area. We hit 101 degrees. 5 years ago. Can you believe 2016 that far back? Whew. The record low was set in 1990. That's 31 years ago. 43 degrees upon that date. Doesn't seem, wow, long time. 30 years can go by. As we look at today's forecast, let's look deep into this. 77 is what we're looking at from the National Weather Service is what they tell us. And sunshine throughout the area, all the way up through Philadelphia as we go through Winston County. Columbus, 78, a tad warmer. You get into the Greenwood area, we're looking at 80, back over to Vicksburg, 81, and then due south, teeny bit warmer, 78 there in Hattiesburg. As we go across into Alabama for our friends in Livingston, expected to be 77. Hamilton, Alabama, that northern part of Alabama, a little bit cooler. Gadsden also 75. And as you go further south, southeast into Alabama, around Dothan, Troy, Alabama, around 79 degrees is what they're expecting there in parts of Alabama. But the good news is all sunshine across the great state of Bama today. So great news for y'all. As we come into what we've been watching with the National Hurricane Center, the NHC. Sam is now a Category 1 this morning. This is remnants here. This is going to fade away, and there's not much going on here. This is our next system that we're going to watch. We'll go to radar and look at all this of what these two are up to here. 40% chance of this turning into a storm, and it will be next week before this happens here. So don't let that worry you. As we look at this, the path of Hurricane Sam, this is where she's going. All right, let's go back and switch over here to radar and pull this up where you can get a better look at what Sam and these other systems are doing here as they're out to our east there. And let's turn some spaghetti models and just look at what is going on. Here's Sam. And let me pull this up where you can see here. Let's turn off the spaghetti models. This is Sam. It's going to, in a Category 1 this morning, 75 miles an hour with gust of 92 moving west at 15 miles an hour. This should reach by Wednesday a Cat 3 is what they're expecting, a wind speed of 127 miles an hour as we look at this. Now, if it stays its current path, is going to keep that hook to the right and stay in the Atlantic. And most things that I've seen have done that as we turn on these models of what it's going to do. And that's the path. It won't be coming to the Gulf as we watch that. And these other system here that won't affect the United States. This hasn't quite developed as we look at this right off the coast of Africa where this next one is building. We'll watch this, find out where it's going over the next few days. That's the next one to watch there as we go back to our map and pull this up so you can exactly see what I'm talking about there. This one right here becoming that 40% chance of becoming more. And this is midweek next week. We'll watch. So nothing to worry about so far. Sam should stay way away from our area and right around out in the Atlantic. As we move forward with this, what are our temperatures going to do over the next 6 to 10 days there? We're a little above average in Mississippi and Alabama. Nothing horrible, just a little bit above. You'd have to go due north from us as we get up in these areas here for it to be a little bit hotter. Below now in California. As we look to Florida, they're just normal this morning. So great news there. All right, let's look at our 7-day outlook. What's going to happen over the weekend? What do you expect? How's our weather going to be? Turns out pretty good. Today's high reaching at 77. Tonight, we'll get down to 53 again. Not quite as cool as it is this morning, 51. Just a couple of degrees difference, though. But we do have some areas north in the 40s. As we look to Saturday, a great day to do what you're doing. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of tractors rolling tomorrow and headed to the farm supply, getting seed and breaking up deer patches. A lot of that going on. 80 degrees tomorrow, 56 for a low tomorrow night. As we go into Sunday and head off to church, a tad warmer, 84 for our high, but still sunshine, 59 for a low, but still in the 50s all weekend long. Can't beat that at all. Great weather. And don't have to worry about getting wet as we head off on Sunday morning. Next week's outlook, still mid-80s at most, and we'll hit into the 60s at nighttime. Still perfect there. By Thursday, slight chance of rain really get into the forecast there as we get to a 20% chance on next Thursday there as we head back into another weekend there. October is not far off as we look at this. It's close. Now, let's go ahead and pull this up. As we look at next Friday, that will be the 1st of October, a week from today. We'll hit 85, and it's going to dip down after that and stay right at that 79 to 80 degree weather there as we go into our first full week into October there. Nighttime low should be 59 or 60 for our first week there. So nothing to complain about. It's great weather in store for us, so we hope everything remains that way as we go into this. Nothing to complain about. Again, I invite you back to come here in just a little while, a little over an hour from now. We'll break into the morning show and tell you everything that's going on. There's a lot happening in our area and a lot of fundraisers that's going to be happening this weekend. Magic shows. The Shriners have got one coming up for the kids tomorrow in downtown Marion there at the Hamas Shriners building there on the right as you're going into Marion. Hope you can make it out for that, 11 a.m. for that. We'll tell you more about that this morning also. And don't forget, when it comes time to seeing if, as we get to cooler weather, that those gas logs are working, make sure to talk to Sanders Gas. They do that along with keeping you cool as well. Sanders Gas, 22nd Avenue. See Chuck. They'll help you there. Lots of other things that they do to help you out there, keeping that gas coming to you. Again, Sanders Gas. We'll see you soon, as we're sitting at 51 right now. A great day. Wanted to say good morning to Steve and Wanda McKinney. Glad y'all are up. Also, Lamar Henry is up today. Glad to see you. Robin Morris, Joyce Stampard, Connie Johns is up. LaWanda Grantham, and also Miss Sylvia Stewart and Beth Vick getting their day started. Appreciate y'all dropping by. We'll be back again in just a little bit as we begin this Friday for a great-looking weekend covered with sunshine. We can't beat it. See you soon here at Scotty Ray's Weather.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by